Hi guys, it is Tuesday of week 7 and today we're going to be doing our chapter 10 review. So hopefully you have already typed the final of your book review and send it to me. If you haven't, please do that and get that in today so that it is not late. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to page 189, 190 today. Your test is Thursday and we will go ahead and begin for today. Let me turn in one moment. Okay, that's better. So chapter 10 review, it says fill in the circle next to the correct word to complete each sentence. Number 1, an opinion needs strong blank to support it if it is to be convincing. Does it need strong feelings or does it need strong reasons to support it if it's going to be convincing? What do you think it needs? Feelings are good. Feelings are good to have, but guess what? An opinion needs strong reasons to back it up. And if you found, like when you were writing your book review, your reasons are what kind of drove your opinion of the book. Number 2, if you did not like the book, would you express a negative opinion in your review or a positive one if you did not like it? A negative one. Number 3, words and phrases that can help the reader know where reasons begin and end are called what? What were those phrases and words that we used? Were they transitional words and phrases or were they interesting words and phrases? Hopefully they were interesting, but they were transitional words and phrases. Hopefully they weren't some boring ones. Hopefully we had some good ones in there, right? Number 4, plot, setting, and blank are important to evaluate when forming an opinion. Length, do we really care how long it is? Or characters, do we want to know who is in this book? Characters, good. Number 5, a good book review summarizes the main events without giving away the ending or opinion. Ending, we don't want to give that ending away. We do want to give our opinion away, right? But we don't want to give the ending away. Number 6, a writer should include blank from the book to support each reason given in a book review. Should the writer include paragraphs from the book? Like, should they put whole paragraphs in their book review? Or should they include details from the book? Details, definitely. Number 7, a blank is something you show your audience to help them understand. A T-chart or a visual aid? Guys, a T-chart looks like this. Like if you're in the upper math, you kind of know what a T-chart is. It's just like a mathematical chart. Are we going to use that? No, right? We're going to use visual aids. Okay. And number 8, a feeling of certainty and assurance is called a pace or it's called confidence. It's called confidence. If you are sure of something, you are confident or you have confidence with it. And I'm trying to fill it in with the eraser. Number 9, the rate at which you speak is called the pace or the volume. It's called the pace. Good. Number 10, the level of loudness and intensity at which you speak is called your confidence or your volume. Volume. It's called your volume. Excellent. Let's go to letter B. It says write the letter of each correct answer. So what we have here are the words climax, introduction, question, recommendation, T-chart, and thesaurus. Number 11, good beginning for a book review. What would be a good beginning to start our book review? What did we talk about to kind of hook your readers in? What did we think? A question, good. Letter C is number 1 is letter C, question. Number 2, a good way to end a positive book review. If you like the book, what's a good way to end that book review? A recommendation. I recommend reading this book, and then you would say why. Number 13, good place to find interesting words. Where would you find interesting words? In a thesaurus, good. You could probably go to a dictionary too, sometimes, but a thesaurus has some really good words. Number 14, best place to tell the title and the author of the book. Would we find that in the climax, the introduction, or the T-chart? In the introduction. Good. Number 15, point at which to stop the story summary of the book. Where should we stop the summary of the book? At the climax. You get really, really up to the good part, and then you don't tell them anymore because they're going to want to read the book themselves. So at the climax. And then 16, a graphic organizer for recording your likes and dislikes in a book. That's like a T-chart. Excellent. Let's keep going. Next page, turn it over. Circle the correctly written book title in each pair. Okay, so 17, fun crafts for quiet days. Which one of those is written correctly? What do you think? Guess what? It is the underlined one. That's how we write a book title. We underline that book title. Number 18, life on a coral reef. Well, they're both underlined. Uh-oh, what do we do? Remember, in a book title, the important words are capitalized. So now, what do you think? Which one do you think it is? It is the first one, because on and a and the, if it's not in the first word of the title, we don't capitalize those. Number 19, the search for treasure grove. Ooh, this one kind of gives it away right away. They're both underlined, so we got to figure it out. The first one, because it's the first word in the title, should be capitalized. Number 20, Anne Judson, God's woman in Burma. Should we capitalize in? We shouldn't, so it is the second one. Good job. Okay, let's look at 21 through 26, and we are almost done for today. Letter D, fill in the circle next to the best answer. Number 21. A book review is not, we're going to look at this word not for the purpose of giving information about your book, influencing other opinions of the book, or summarizing a book from beginning to end. Which one of those is it not for? The last one, we don't want to summarize from beginning to end, because then it gives the book away and the reader would kind of get sad that they already know what's going to happen in the book, right? 22, when publishing a book review orally. Now, we haven't gone over this, but let's think about this. You should not give your opinion of the book, avoid looking people in the eyes, or use a visual aid. Which one of those? If you're speaking to somebody, do you want to give them the opinion of the book? Yeah. Do you want to use a visual aid? Of course. So you don't want to avoid looking at them in the eye. It's really hard when you're doing a book report and people are talking like this and then you can't see their eyes and they look, right? It's kind of like, what are they saying? I can't see their face. So you want to look people in the eye. Number 23, a visual aid should be small so it will not distract, as large as possible, or large enough for the audience to see. What do you think? A visual aid. It should be large enough for the audience to see. Good. Not too big, not too small. It's a Goldilocks. 24. When listening to someone speak, you should not look at the person speaking, ask a question while the person is speaking, or think about what the person is saying. Which one of those things is considered rude and you should not do it? Good. You should not ask a question while the person is speaking. Save your question for when they're finished. 25. When you are speaking, you should hurry to finish in only a few minutes. Keep your hands at your sides at all times. Try to look at each member of your audience. What should you do? You should try to look at each member of your audience. Guys, I would like you, when you go to church or watch a church sermon, look at what the pastor does. The pastor will look at other people all the time. He won't stand straight up with just his hands at his sides. He'll be very dynamic and moving, and he won't try to finish very quickly. So yes, you want to try to look at each member of your audience. And 26, when you have finished speaking, it is helpful to forget about the experience, evaluate your performance, or worry what other people thought of you. It's helpful to evaluate your performance. You don't want to forget about it, and you really don't need to think too much about what other people thought of you. Because if you got up there and you did your oral performance just like we're going to do on Friday, guess what? You're doing a great job and you should be proud of that. Okay, so today we're done. Friday, we will be giving our oral reports, so be ready for that. And you guys are doing great. Tomorrow's cumulative review, Thursday is the test, and Friday is our oral reports. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.